So you want to start in portrait style for this project. You want to go about halfway and then up just a slight bit. You're first going to draw the sunglasses. So I probably will give you a handout that has lots of different sunglasses that you can draw. I'll also have some stencils that you can trace, but only a few. So if you want like the flowers or this shape, you're going to have to draw it yourself. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to use my stencil. Again, I'm about halfway and a little up. And now I'm going to trace the sunglasses. After I have the sunglasses drawn, I can start to draw the face. So again, I'll probably give you a handout that has lots of different faces, hairstyles. If you don't see one that you feel like matches you, you can change it. I'm first going to start by drawing the top of the head. Helps me a little bit to turn my paper. And I'm sketching right now, so I can change it later if needed. Add lines on my glasses. If you do oversized glasses, then you don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna add just a simple nose. Like that. You can just add a simple smile or change it a little bit like I am. I'm gonna add hair. In the glasses, I'm gonna do a outline like that. So we have the lens part. I'm also gonna do a little line across the middle that's gonna remind me to not color in there, because that's gonna be like the reflection. So go ahead and draw your face. Again, we have papers that you can look at, change it how you wish. Once you have your face done, you're gonna go in and add a neck. I'm closing a bottom line at the neck because I'm gonna draw a different type of swimsuit. If you're a boy and you're drawing swim trunks, you probably don't want to cut your neck off, but this is gonna show a swimsuit, so I am. I'm just gonna kind of draw some shoulders. Depends what you want your person's hands and arms to be doing. You could have one like arms behind their back. you want to think about the shoulders. I didn't do that. And I'm just gonna go pretty much straight down from there. This arm I'm gonna have just kind of out. Again, I'm doing a lot of sketching here because to get the proportions right, you probably are gonna have to erase a few times. I'm gonna add some lines for a swimsuit. You can do whatever design you wanted on your swimsuit. If I was drawing somebody with swim trunks or shorts, I would probably start here. And decide, are you gonna draw, you know, are you gonna draw a belly button? Are you gonna draw designs on the shorts? This could also be, if you're doing like a bikini, it could be the bottom of a bikini, and I would just add like the top up here. If you're gonna do a one piece, I would probably just erase those lines. And draw a design on my swimsuit from there. If I was gonna draw both hands behind my head, I would do like that, just ignore my other arm. So it would look more like that. If you want an arm down or both arms down, there's an arm down to the side. Again, you wanna make sure that you have that elbow in there. You can't just draw up and over or just straight down. That'll look weird. But again, there's two arms behind my head. Nice and relaxed. Once I'm happy with my drawing, I'm gonna start to add some color to it with crayons or colored pencils. You could outline with Sharpie if you want. I think I'm actually gonna outline more with the colors that I'm using with crayon. I'm just gonna push harder with that crayon to give a darker color for it. Around the arms, I'll probably outline slightly with black, and then the skin color. That's up to you. You can use Sharpie if you'd like. If you are using crayon to outline, I would clean up all those lines first, because you can't really go with a eraser over top of your crayon. So if you have a lot of lines and it's messy, go ahead and do Sharpie. Your next step is to draw your background. So your person doesn't have to be like laying in the pool. They could be at a park, right? This could be a dress or a shirt, and I could put a towel in the background. I love the pool, so I'm gonna put my person at the pool, and I'm gonna draw a circular floaty, or try my best at least. Again, you see that I'm sketching. Probably not going to have the whole thing in the picture, but that's okay. So there's my circular floaty. Again, you can change your floaty to have any type of design on it. Or if you're doing like a towel or something, you can have any type of design you want on it. So I just went for like a round shape, and I did a little bit inside, so that would be like the water behind me. You could do like a longer one, so it's more like rectangular. You could do a surfboard, I don't care. Paddleboard, it's up to you. The very last thing I'm gonna do is add some white like squiggly lines. So that'll be like water ripples in the background. You do kind of have to push hard. You could also use like a blue. So that's kind of the shape I did with the white. And now I'm gonna paint the background with watercolor. So you can see now those white lines showed up. If you use crayon, it's nice because it kind of gives you a nice barrier. And now I'm done.